You're about to listen to our program Eng. We don't know why, however we are grateful you chose to. We do wish to inform you that the views, opinions and overall morality do not necessarily reflect those of the station, interview guests, sponsors or musical entities. If you should choose to continue, and we sincerely hope that you do, just know, we tried to advise you against these actions and we are not responsible for any damage done to your sanity, morals or ideals. Thank you. Here comes the terrible siren.
One of us. One of us. I am aware.
I am a humble man.
That you feel you don't belong.
I won't say you should follow me.
You are welcome. You are loved. Join us, and we shall reach the promised plain.
I'm not boastful, and my chorus is more soulful.
One of joy.
We can see.
One lacking pain.
What
we are the cult of
we choose to believe.
One of us.
Cause we've been through
one of us. I am aware.
Don't say it. I can see it.
You don't belong.
I don't wanna. You don't need it. Once again, we are legion. What I'm meaning. Don't say it. I can see it.
Join us.
I don't wanna. You don't need it. Once again, we are legion.
One of joy. One lacking pain. We are the cult of Oz.
69, dudes!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is episode 69
Excellent.
of the Cult of Odd. I'm your host, Odd. With me, as always, is my co-host, Ace. How you doing, bud?
Howdy. Oh, I'm here.
Are you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sounds like you had a week.
Oh, yeah, it's been interesting.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I know I saw you Tuesday, and I showed you Spider-Man No Way Home. What did you think of Spider-Man No Way Home?
I liked it. I did. It was a good movie.
Yeah?
I'm not a big Spider-Man fan. I've liked all the movies, and I don't know what all these fans are probably freaking out both ways, but I thought it was good.
Actually,
I liked it.
It was done very well. That's the consensus.
I like having all the bad guys on the same movie.
It was a comic book
exactly.
in movie form.
Exactly.
Like, I know we keep referring to the Marvel movies as comic book movies, but
they're not really comics.
Spider-Man No Way Home was like almost an entire issue of splash panels, you know?
Yeah. Well, it was greatest hits of everybody.
Yeah.
You had everybody there. It was
yeah.
Great.
And I love the fact that Andrew Garfield was just like, oh, man, I suck as a Spider-Man.
I'm 3. Yeah, I'm 3.
Peter 3, yeah.
Here I am.
Supposedly, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is going to be the Spider-Man for the Sony Spider-Verse. So
I don't keep track of it all, but yeah.
But Spider-Man No Way Home, I think they nailed it as to what a Spider-Man comic was going to be. Spider-Man was fun. He had wild cast of villains. You know, it was an interesting way to start the conversation. When then they really didn't start the conversation, but they carried it well, of the multiverse.
Right. Well, what kind of surprised me is after I watched it, then I realized it was just over 2 hours long. I've sat through a movie that's been an hour and 15 and looked at my watch 15 times.
Yeah. No, you were engaged when
Yeah,
you weren't
absolutely.
having to deal with puppers.
It was action-packed. It was a good movie.
Yeah. I do say I'm sticking by this, that scene
Right.
where they're swinging around excuse me, swinging around the Statue of Liberty.
Right.
The orchestral music or the soundtrack that they have going, fine, whatever. I think when you see the three of them and they swing and they kind of slow-mo come up together, they missed a huge opportunity to not have the orchestral Spider-Man theme, just very lightly, kind of slow, little clip, da-da-da, da-da-da, because it was such an iconic moment. And that part of Spider-Man is an iconic song. So, I don't know.
Well, out of 2 hours and 15 minutes, they screwed up 3.5 seconds.
Yeah. That's my only complaint. That's it. Everything else, I'm good with. You know, it broke my heart the first time I saw, what happened to Aunt May. You know, if you haven't seen it by now, fuck you. You should have. Spoilers. There you go.
I was, remember the pre-Captain Ron report, we'll call this.
Mm-hmm.
My brother came down and had some business to take care of, and he was going back up north. Well, you remember when we was on our trip last year, I said that the cap came off and turned sideways as we was going down the freeway.
Uh-huh.
We had to stop and fix it. And we put it back on and tightened it down as best we could, and we said, yeah, we'll tighten that when we get back home. Well, needless to say, on his way back home, the cap come off.
Oh.
Up into the air.
Oh.
Above 50 foot, come down, destroyed the cap. So he was like, oh boy. So now we got to get a new cap for the truck. So he figures, well, since the cap's off, we'll slap the fifth wheel in it and move his big fifth wheel up on top of the hill where he puts it for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's early spring. They're 2-3 weeks behind us. Well, the ground is no longer frozen, but it is no longer dry neither.
Yeah.
And he buried his truck and trailer in the back field.
Mm.
So as he's trying to get it out, he broke the front drive on the four-wheel drive. So now the truck can't pull the trailer, can't get the trailer off the truck, and because the ground is wet, the trailer is slowly pushing the back end of the truck into the ground.
So, you said this was a pre-Captain Ron report. This sounds like the end of the Captain Ron report.
No, we ain't even got started yet. We start prepping, and this is how things go. It's the Captain Ron way. But yeah, so right now our transportation is buried in the back 40. We're waiting for a backhoe to come pull it out.
Well, best of luck.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll get out, though.
Yeah.
I've lived down south, and I've seen some good old boys do some Damo shit, and another good old boy come fix it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're good for that.
Did you catch the Doors of Change interview?
The doors in? No, I did not. I didn't get a chance.
So, for those of you interested, this week we premiered the Doors of Change interview. Doors of Change is a San Diego-based charity that is helping homeless youth get off the streets and actually rebuild their lives. A lot of these kids come from homes that are broken, or parents are drug addicts, or in a lot of cases the kids are LGBTQ and the parents don't approve.
It, yeah.
No, they appreciate. Fuck, they don't approve. they're downright nasty about it that your child is now out on the street.
Yeah,
so
I don't know how people would be like that. Your child is your child, whatever.
But Doors of Change is doing a lot of great work. They introduce art and music into their lives. It's an easy way to build trust and build skills, and art and music therapy have been shown to help greatly.
Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. Well, I knew you said it was a charitable organization, but I didn't know exactly what they said.
Yeah, Doors of Change is really awesome. Please go check out the interview on our YouTube channel. We'll put a link with this episode, or if you are listening, you should already be subscribed to the YouTube channel. Let's be honest. Speaking of, this week actually has been a heavy content week. I've posted 3 old episodes of Mad World Radio. The very first episode, the very first serious topic episode we did, and then Mr. Dr. Cookie actually had an old episode. He had an episode from 2015. Yeah, one of the it was the first time he was here as a co-host. Mm-hmm. But it was 2015, and I believe it was episode 14. But anyways, I posted all 3 of those up to the Patreon. If you sign up at the $5 a month level, you will have access to those and all of the past episodes of both the Odd Pod and the Cult of Odd in their entirety, full 3 hours that you can download and take with you wherever you go.
Cool.
Along with the coupon code for Motor City Candleworks and whatnot. Yep.
So 69, dude.
69.
Number 69.
Technically, we're going with the Odd Pods numbers too, like because
yeah.
nothing really changed except
newest,
the name.
The newest restart.
Yeah, nothing really changed except the name, and some of the drops and whatnot. But I originally thought it would be fun for the 69th episode to have Corey here.
Yeah, should have been.
Corey.
Yeah, what can you say?
We miss you. You're an asshole.
He always brings a little bit more fun to the session.
Especially for episode 69.
Yeah, of course. He'd be the one throwing all the 69 references out.
Do you know the proper response for when someone says 69?
Excellent. Hey, man, Bill and Ted, that's...
So I've been posting about this is our 69th episode, and that we're going to have fun with it. It's going to be that kind of show. We're going to...
Always that kind of show.
Well,
who are you kidding?
Shh. Don't tell them that. Anyways, but the proper response is nice.
Why is it?
Just is.
It just is.
Yep.
Who's making these rules?
The internet.
The internet told you.
If you post about it, if you post about it on the internet, the proper response to 69 is nice.
Okay. Yes, please. Wrong answer.
Well, I guess it all depends on who's posted it.
Oh, this is very true.
I've been posting through my personal page things that inspired me to get into radio, and I've been doing one a day, and I'm going to continue doing one a day until the end of the month.
Yeah, I saw the radio broadcast one.
The radio theater?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
I posted about Sam Kinison, and Bill Kinison liked it.
I missed that one.
I posted about Pump Up the Volume.
Yeah, I saw that one. We've talked about that one many times.
I believe an unlikely one that people I don't think would have realized was Edward R. Murrow.
Yeah.
That I when I was going through it, what?
Nothing.
You just shake your head.
Like I know who that is.
You should.
I should. I know the name rings a bell, but I'm drawing a blank here.
Edward R. Murrow was a newsman, like one of the last great newsmen.
Oh yeah, okay.
Edward R. Murrow was responsible for taking down Joe McCarthy.
See, yeah.
Like his news reports and his investigation
Was
into
the one that brought him down.
Yeah, Edward R. Murrow was fighting fascism.
Yeah, I recognized the name, and I knew he was some kind of news something, but yeah, I didn't really know.
I learned about him in school, okay? It was very brief. It was just a mere mention, but for whatever reason, that stuck. And going forward, as I started to gain more and more of an interest, I started looking into him and, finding out exactly what he was about and how his news style was, and it was facts. It was honest truth news. Like, not the shit you get today. This was news. This is back in my day. Well, it wasn't even my day. Fuck.
Back in his day.
Back in the day.
Back in the 1860s.
You used to be able to trust what was coming out of the mouths of the people that you heard on your radios.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that anymore.
No.
You can't even watch TV anymore.
You
don't watch any political anything.
You can watch it as long as you know it's all a lie.
Yeah, everything that comes out of their mouth. Like my dad always, you can tell the boy's lying, his lips are moving.
Yep. Understand that television and, television, movies, anything, it's all created to sell you something.
Yep. All about money, always is.
If you're not being sold to, you're not being utilized.
Used. Used was the word.
But anyway, so I've been having fun with celebrating the 15 years.
15 years, number 69, all in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
And 420's coming up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, if prep keeps going the way it is, I'll be here for that. We might still be stuck in a field.
I did want to tell you, we do have new merch up at the merch shop. And it is the 3 designs that I worked on this last week. You can get a coffee mug with Ace in the Hole brand coffee on it.
Oh, you know I'm getting one of them.
You can get a coffee mug with a box of Oddfabits.
Now I got to get the set because I know what the last one is.
And you can get a coffee mug with the Lesser Sun Socks Company.
That's just too funny.
I decided it would be fun to make goofy little cartoon brand items. And
What else? Ace in the hole. Coffee.
I was looking at pictures as for reference as I was creating. Okay. Right. And I was looking at all the coffee tins, and all the plastic ones just seemed personality-less.
Yeah.
And then I got to chock full of nuts.
Can't imagine.
And the way the text was done, because everything was like one word or in a line, and I didn't like that. And I was like, I needed something. And I found chock full of nuts, and I was like, Ace in the hole. It'll work. Let's go. Ace in the hole.
Yeah.
And then, design the coffee can the best to my ability and put a nice outdoor scene on it. I really felt that the camping scene with the mountains in the background was you.
Yeah, fit. Yeah.
For me, I went with a box of Oddfabets, and there's a bowl, and it says Cult of Odd and One of Us, and the slogan for the cereal is start your day with a mouthful of odd.
No. Just no. Yeah, when you first sent it to me, I saw that, and I said, that's hilarious. No. If I had a newspaper, I would have smacked you.
Water
No, yeah, no. Bad.
Stop it. If there's a demand, if people ask, we'll put them on shirts and stuff too, but for right now, they're just on coffee mugs.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting me one.
For those of you that have been enjoying the interviews, I do want to let you know that there is a small stopgap in the interviews right now. My understanding is that because of the stuff between Will Smith and Chris Rock, everybody who is doing like my side of an interview right now keeps wanting to bring it up.
And people don't want to comment on it.
Right. Don't want to talk about it.
They don't want to get in the middle of that one.
So I have to let this
settle.
Yeah. But I am working on other interviews. I have an interview with our good friend Yvonne Mason.
Oh yeah, I know her. I love her.
I'm talking to a couple other podcasters about doing something with them. I'm working on talking to a couple of small businesses that I know to see if I can get them to come in or them to sit down and do one with me. So I'm working towards it. There's just a small stopgap right now because of the slap heard around the world.
Did you see Stormstress is coming to our neck of the woods?
I did. I'm the one that posted it.
Oh, well, good.
They're going to the Token Lounge.
Yes, they are.
The Lonely Ones are coming to town too.
Oh yeah.
They're
too.
They're coming to Michigan. They're going to Flint, the machine shop.
That's where Liliac's going.
Yeah. So if you're interested, Stormstress is coming to town.
12th of May.
Oh, I'll tell you in a minute.
It was the 12th.
You're probably right. I just don't remember for sure.
I'm not for sure neither. I'm guessing.
May 7th.
7th. I was off.
Yeah, May 7th at the Token Lounge, 8 p.m.
Of course, I'm going to be gone.
Stormstress's Silver Lining Detroit album release party.
Yeah, I saw that. It's the album release party.
They'll be joined by Cyanide, Deadlight Holiday, Second Salem, and Shadow's Reflection.
Well, if the truck's still stuck in the field, I'll be there.
I'm just not comfortable yet. That's the only thing. That's what's stopping me. I'm just...
I don't care.
Here's the thing. You
I'm
take
old.
me...
If I die, I die.
You take me who was already uncomfortable in social settings to begin with. I'm only comfortable if I'm the one, like, on stage talking and whatnot.
Well, you have to.
Yeah.
I have to.
I'm okay.
I want to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it then because I'm getting paid to do this.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is I have real bad social anxiety, and I don't like being in crowds at all. So in situations like this, I would be gun shy to begin with. Then you add in the fact that we were all inside for 2 years because everybody was a disease-infested asshole. You're all still disease-infested assholes. I'm just not... I'm not ready.
Reality of it.
Yeah, I'm not ready yet. Actually, I told Ali, I was like, I'm not going anywhere until next year. In 2023...
I'll come out of the basement.
I'll venture back out. But the thing is like I said, I still social anxiety. I don't like it. You know?
Yeah, I don't like big crowds, but not to the point that you have it. Yeah, I understand why you don't go out.
Yeah, and it I wish I
You're
could.
a chud.
Yeah, I wish I could get past it, but the best way I can describe it is that feeling that you've told me about at the north end of Bliss Lake. But I don't know how strong it is in you, but I'm going to tell you, whatever you feel it at, crank that son of a bitch to 11.
Well, I've seen it. I can relate. I know where you're coming from. Like I said, I've got it a little bit, but not near as bad as you do.
I'll give you an idea. The first few years of MWR going out into public, and now, mind you, I was doing a show every other month, trying to do them every month. Every show that I did for probably the first 2 years, I threw up at right before the show started.
And we're going live in 5.
We got 20 minutes to showtime. Where's Odd? He's in the bathroom. He'll be there.
He'll be back.
There was a time I got sick too at Bacon Fest.
Yeah, that was a whole big ball of fun right there.
Yes, it was, because you just got
left me with an open mic, no music, and 20 minutes to fill. Yeah, I started pulling people out of the crowd. Hey, buddy, come here and talk to me.
That was a combination thing. That was while I was still battling gallbladder issues. I had a ton of stress on my plate. It was just
It was a bad day.
Yeah, the fact that I looking back, I applaud my effort of the fact of still going and doing it and actually being able, other than that 20-minute window, to pull something out of it. However, don't do that.
Oh, man, I'm blast that day. God was losing his mind. His life was falling apart, and I was having the time of my life. It was great. I was pulling people out of the crowd that had concert shirts on, like Pink Floyd. I said, I see you're a Pink Floyd fan. Oh, yeah, I love Pink Floyd. Name a song. The Wall. Besides The Wall.
Who this? Now I can make one. Because now there's a demand. Someone asked for it. Why is there no coffee mug representing a drum of medical grade lube?
Or a poster. The poster is just odds, medical, industrial strength lube.
Yeah. Now, since someone's asked about it, I have a reason to make
that.
it. Yeah, we can do that.
Don't challenge. Don't challenge us. There's no telling what'll happen.
Well, so I already owe Hootis a shirt anyways. Hootis has been in the chat room early every day, every Friday night, for almost a solid month now. And I have an idea for Hootis' shirt.
Are we going to get a Hootis shirt?
We are. We're going to get a shirt that represents Hootis.
We should get a shirt that represents Hootis and everybody else that is in the chat all the time.
I could theoretically do that. But I'm going to tell you it's going to take probably $200 or $300.
So what?
Okay, so let me explain. The animated us's cost me $100 to get done.
Cartoon them all.
Well, that's essentially what.
I just put their names.
Just one shirt with everybody's nickname?
Give me a list of names. I'll make the shirt. We paid $200. Screw that.
I have been wanting to save up at least $100 to get Ollie's face done.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Cookie.
Yep.
And then there's a third that I'm, for whatever reason, not thinking of right now. Brain fried.
Jesse?
Huh?
Jesse?
No. He's not here that often.
No, once in a while.
But yeah, just to add a couple extra. That way, because you've noticed what I do, right? With the promo image.
Right.
The you and I's faces on it when it's you and I, me and Corey.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know who at a glance which one it is.
Yeah.
Who's
I
on
would
there?
like our cast of characters,
To have faces.
at least faces, you know. I got yelled at the other day because the Odd cartoon that I use as a profile picture, the shirt still said the Odd Pod.
Ah,
So I had to go change that today.
oops.
That's fine. It took me 10 minutes. Let's see. I had a whole list of stuff here to get through. We released a supercut of the interviews, some of the interviews that we did.
Yeah, I did see that.
What'd you think of that?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite bit
It
of
was
the
funny.
yeah,
That's what I liked about it.
and that was the point. Is here.
As long
This
as
is
nobody else gets offended, I guess we'll be good.
I am starting a new thing here soon. I'm going to start blogging again. And Odd Thoughts, I'm going to pop culture, you know, politics, expect lists or whatever's off the top of my head at that point.
Top of Odd's head.
Yeah, I'm going to sit down and do, I don't know,
Whatever.
it's time. More content. Let's push. Also, it'll help me get my thoughts together for Friday night.
That'd be something new. We haven't ever tried that.
There's also a new segment idea that I want to create, and I don't want to say what it is just yet because, you know, I'm still working on it, but I've got to come up with a name for it. That's the big thing. Is I currently do not have a name idea, and believe it or not, every time I try to jam the word odd into whatever idea I'm thinking of, it just falls the fuck apart. Right. So,
well, you've done it so many times.
Yeah. I've gotten good at sticking me in places.
Yeah.
69, dudes.
And the show happily continues down the path of 69.
69, dudes!
Well, so that covers almost everything except on April 22nd, we are going to have a new friend stop by.
Yep, I heard about that.
Director Harley Wallen.
That's cool. I hope I'm still here.
Yeah.
I hope I'm gone, but I hope I'm still here.
It could go either way.
Yeah. Depends on the backhoe.
Harley Wallen will be joining me, and we're going to be sitting down, and I asked him what he wanted to talk about, and he said current events. So I'm going to roll with whatever's going on at that time.
Yeah, just let him lead the way. We can follow wherever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Will Smith is still going to be talked about, so it feels like it's been going on forever.
Yeah, did you see Pink Floyd released their first song in 20 years?
Yeah,
I
for
was
Ukraine.
all excited about it, and then I heard it, and I was like, yeah, okay. What the hell, man?
Speaking of music, you're going to get Blameshift, Came for Blood. You're going to get Chimella, Walk Away. And you're going to get Damo the Great, Shoot First. You're listening to the Cult of Odd. And we're getting ready to head into our first break. I hope you have enjoyed our kibitzing. Right after we get back, we're going to jump into topics. And would you like to know what our first topic is going to be?
Is it kibbity?
Kibitz?
Kibbits?
Kibitz?
I've never kibittled.
You're going to hear a story about a woman who wrote a book about how to murder your husband being accused of murder.
Nice. This should be a good read.
You're listening to The Cult of Odd on TapDetroit.com, and we'll be right back.
Now it's time for our Patreon shout-out. Big thanks to C. Weezy, Bryce Rogers, Tiki, Billy Yum, Justin Burnside and Zaldor of Zaldor's World Podcast for becoming a patron. Welcome to Anef, for joining the Cult of Odd Plus. We hope you enjoy our long, uncut and girthy episodes until you're fully satisfied and left shaking from laughter. For everyone else, you can join our Patreon too. Just head to patreon.com/cultofod. Become a patron and reap the benefits today.
Tired of regular bar food and bar atmospheres?
Yes!
Do you long for a place that feels like home where you're treated as family and not just another customer?
Yes! Yes!
Then Big League Brews is the place for you. Their menu is the most extensive in all of Downriver. They have an excellent breakfast selection, and they're also well known for their burgers and wings. But hey, if you don't want to believe just some guy on the radio, Big League Brews has been voted best sports bar in Metro Detroit by Click on Detroit 6 years in a row. They have the friendliest staff and a wide array of cocktails and beers, 26 of them on draft, with new creations regularly.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
And if you're looking for work, Big League Brews offers the most competitive wages with great medical and dental and vision benefits and plenty of paid time off. So what are you waiting for? Get on over to Big League Brews, located at 20428 Ecorse Road in Taylor, Michigan, or head to bigleaguebrews.com for more info. Big League Brews, go beyond ordinary. Eat and drink extraordinary.
I'm here for battle in the shadows once again. I will survive, I'll stay alive, this ain't the end. I feel unsteady, I'm holding on, wondering where I went wrong. A revolution in my head, 'cause there's always something next. I built my walls up to try and hide, now I'm ready for a fight. I wouldn't count me out just yet. I'm here for battle in the shadows once again. I will survive, I'll stay alive, this ain't the end. If you have a reason to leave me, a reason to leave me in the dust, just stay out of my way, get out of my way, I came for blood. I fought my demons, I did my time, I've been locked up for a while. I took my chances, I hit the edge, and now I realize that all the glory lies ahead for me. You're not gonna break me, you're not gonna take me down. I'm here for battle in the shadows once again. I will survive, I'll stay alive, this ain't the end. If you have a reason to leave me, a reason to leave me in the dust, just stay out of my way, get out of my way, I came for blood. I came for blood. I'll stand in the face of doubt, and I'll turn it all around. I'm here for battle in the shadows once again. I will survive, I'll stay alive, this ain't the end. If you have a reason to leave me, a reason to leave me in the dust, just stay out of my way, get out of my way, I came for blood. I'm here for battle in the shadows once again. I will survive, I'll stay alive, this ain't the end. If you have a reason to leave me, a reason to leave me in the dust, just stay out of my way, get out of my way, I came for blood.
I remember all the times that we would spend up on your roof, just me and you, a pack of cigarettes for two. Now I'm sitting reminiscing with a fifth of Captain Morgan, drowning out my sorrow, looking at pictures of you. Baby, where did the time go? I think we might have lost it in between all the problems you kept causing. You drove a dagger through my heart, took it out and licked the blade with a smile on your face. You put me right in my coffin. You cold-hearted, it's funny how they work. You give a girl a card and they end up kicking the dirt. So baby, beg my pardon for these words that I say, but you ain't the only girl anymore. Times change, but I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. You know time changes everybody, baby. I won't. No, I won't. No, I won't. That's why I don't trust. That's why I don't lie. So baby, look me right in my Yes, I'm watching. Yes, I'm watching you walk away. And now I'm watching. Oh, yes, I'm watching. Oh, yes, I'm watching you walk away. Now it's been a couple months since I've even tried to call you. I've been working even harder on myself. I know you see me doing well and you congratulate me now, but where the hell did you go when I really needed help? I know you hated that I'm making it. I know you wish you never dated him. I know it hurts to see the other girls above me now. I'm living life without you happily up in the clouds. You want me back, but I won't play no games. I won't say no names. I see that karma has something in store coming your way, and I'ma laugh at the day just like you laughed at my pain. Cause now that I see that you're changing, I'm very proud to say that I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. You know time changes everybody, baby. I won't. No, I won't. No, I won't. That's why I don't trust. That's why I don't lie. So baby, look me right in my goddamn eye and tell me that you love me one more time, and then I'll let you walk away. Now I'm watching. Yes, I'm watching. Yes, I'm watching you walk away. And now I'm watching. Oh, yes, I'm watching. Oh, yes, I'm watching you walk away from me. Now, baby, we both know that we've been through hell, but now you're just another story to tell. Another wish in the well. I picked you up when you were down and kept that smile upon your mouth, but I guess it wasn't enough to make you stick around. But now I'm doing me and it feels so great. I have dreams and aspirations, you got problems to face. I could have been that guy to help you through them, but instead you pick another dude over me. Like, what are you doing? Don't you see that it ain't like movies up on the screen? I keep it moving. With or without you, I'ma live my life and keep on doing what I always promised doing. And lately I've been noticing the changes. Everybody seems to do the same thing, but baby, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. You know time changes everybody, baby. I won't. No, I won't. No, I won't. That's why I don't trust. That's why I don't lie. So baby, look me right in my goddamn eye and tell me that you love me one more time, and then I'll let you walk away. Now I'm watching. Yeah, I'm watching. Yeah, I'm watching you walk away from me. Now I'm watching you walk away from me. Baby, I know it's been a long time since we talked or we even had a thing, but
The cult of odd welcomes you to adorn yourself, your walls, and even your loved ones with our high-quality structural as well as body adornments for you to share our love with the world. We have all manner of material objects for you to covet, from posters to clothing to bean juice mugs and even stickers.
I'm gonna need more stickers!
Give your love to the cult of odd today. Then you can force that love onto others. They want it, they need it, and they won't survive without it. Head to our little shop of oddities now and support the cult with your love.
That's
and
right.
The guy jumped up and said, I can't take 68 more of these.
69!
69, dudes!
All right. So as we're heading into the 9 o'clock hour, that means the fun size is almost over, but I wanted to give you at least one story. And I want to let you know that we're going to change things up a little bit. We're going to move some stories forward. That's part of the new segment and stuff, but either way.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
All right. We're back.
Sorry.
Wow. Wow.
I broke the show.
Big time. So, hi.
Are we still here?
You can't. No, don't touch that.
I won't touch that anymore.
Yeah.
I broke the show.
Yeah. Ace touched the one button.
Elvira. Yeah.
There is one button on Elvira. One.
That I could touch. I touched it.
One button.
Yeah, I went to shift my chair and I shut the computer off.
Oh no. I'm going to have some fun editing this one.
Yeah, I made some more work for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
appreciate that.
Anytime.
You're a real peach.
Yeah. Keeps it interesting.
He really seems to care about what I have no idea.
You're so mean.
Well, the sad part is now I know where it's at.
Oh, you little bat!
The only button I can reach.
I can't. I don't know. All right, so I need to see if there's a book that how to murder your co-host.
Hide the body. Man.
This woman wrote a book called "How to Murder Your Husband"
and get rid of the body.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And well, no, actually, I don't think she said get rid of the body. So, the author of an essay titled "How to Murder Your Husband" is now set to go on trial after she was accused of murdering her husband. Nancy Crampton Brophy is a romance writer who back in 2011 published the eerie piece. The essay is said to detail many motives for and means of killing your spouse.
50 ways to murder your lover.
What is it? 50 ways to cleave your lover.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Ironically, the 71-year-old has been arrested on suspicion of shooting dead her husband of 27 years, Daniel Brophy. Crampton Brophy's husband was found dead in the kitchen at the Oregon Culinary Institute in Portland on June 2nd in 2018. His body was discovered with a gunshot wound to the back of the head and another in the chest. The writer took to Facebook the day after the tragedy struck to share the news of his death. In her post, she wrote, "I have sad news to relate. My husband and best friend, Chef Dan Brophy, was killed yesterday morning. I'm struggling to make sense of everything right now. While I appreciate your loving responses, I am overwhelmed. For those of you who are close to me and feel this deserved a phone call, you are right, but I'm struggling to make sense of everything right now," the post continued. Crampton Brophy was subsequently arrested in September and pleaded not guilty to all charges. While the murder first made headlines over 2 years ago, the trial has been delayed largely due to COVID. As of now, however, the trial is finally underway. Prosecutors allege that she could have killed her husband in a bid to receive more than $1.5 million in life insurance.
Well, I'm sure that had nothing to do with it.
Her fictional essay listed financial as a number one motive for killing your husband. Well, you know,
no life insurance policies on me.
so you got to beg the question: did art imitate life, or did life imitate art? Like, which came first here? Did the idea to kill her husband cause her to write the essay, or did the essay cause her to consider and actually kill her husband?
Greed was the first response, and
But
everything else followed.
Realistically, in life, greed is always the first motive.
Yeah. Yeah. What came first, the chicken or the egg? It's hard to tell on that one.
The knife or the marriage.
Yeah. I'm going to write this book about how to kill you.
Yeah, because the knife and the marriage works because, you know, typically you do sometimes get your wedding shower gifts before your wedding. So, yeah.
I was just disappointed that it happened at a cooking school and it didn't happen with a knife.
No, it just happened in their kitchen in their home.
Oh, I heard cutlery school.
No.
Oh.
No, he was a culinary.
Culinary, that's what I heard.
He was a chef.
Yeah. A chef should die with a knife, not by a gunshot. That's just wrong. There's my problem with this story.
Fair enough. That's just it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. So there's this argument, and it's a conspiracy theory. So buckle up.
Not here. Not on that.
There's this argument that we all actually died in 2012.
We did?
Yeah.
Well, that explains the way I feel.
So the theory is this. They say your life flashes before your eyes right as you die, right? We have no idea how long that takes.
A flash?
Uh-huh.
This could be a big flash.
Once you're dead, time is a relative.
So we're all dead and we just don't know it.
This could be our life flashing before our eyes. And it's just taking a while.
How depressing is that?
Right? Well, it would explain why things are degrading, because supposedly what it is it's one collective of minds, like just all in the same moment together because we all died together, keeping everything together. And so in my head, it explains why everything seems to be falling apart, because as we get further and further away from 2012, that collective isn't going to get stronger.
It's fallen apart since 2012 because our leaders are working for profit and not for us. That's the problem.
Let me believe my conspiracy theory. I can't do nothing about it either, but I like it better.
At least that makes some sense.
Look, you can't do anything really about either at this point.
No.
You can't vote them out because the votes are all bought and paid for. So
yeah, we're stuck with them. I don't know how to exactly what department takes care of this.
Right. And if my theory is right and we're already dead and this is just the collective breaking down, can't do shit about that either.
Yeah. Well, you look at the chain of command and it's corrupt all the way up the chain, all the way down the chain. Anybody that could do anything is just as corrupt as they are, and they're all in bed together. So,
my way sounds more exciting. Your way is right. My way.
Shut it off again.
Yeah.
I'll shut it right off.
Look, here, this is what I'll concede. Your way is right. My way sounds better.
Okay. And so goes the cult of odd.
It's almost 9 o'clock. We've got to go to work.
We gotta have a leader.
Let's see. Oh, this blew my mind. So. Have you heard of Klarna?
Heard of what?
Okay. So there are a couple of different services out there. One of them is called Klarna.
Klarna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scottish? No. But what it does is it's basically like a credit service. It allows you to buy things on payments.
Okay.
You know, breaks like, say you want a new TV and like they're ungodly expensive. Klarna, if you are approved for it, you can break that into installments.
Aaron's Rent-A-Center.
Sort of, but not really. Like, nobody's going to show up at your door and demand it back. They're just going to keep billing your fucking credit and killing it. Right. Credit score, yeah. So, anyways, Klarna, the way it's set up is like you can break things into, like, I think it's 4 payments. So you can chunk down a big purchase.
Right.
They are now offering to do that with your gas.
Oh, car gas.
Yes. Gasoline.
Oh, I see.
Klarna, a buy now and pay later company, is allowing Chevron and Texaco customers to pay for gas over 6 weeks.
That's crazy. In 6 weeks, we're going to need more gas.
They say they've been working with Chevron since 2021, so this is not new and has no connection to the current global geopolitical situation. That's a lie. Still, it's one more financial strategy consumers are using to deal with the rising gas prices.
Well, what's that place where you go get a check advance or whatever?
Yeah.
You can borrow money against your upcoming check.
Check to go or something like that.
I guess since the gas prices went over $3.50 a gallon, there's been like a 8% spike in their services, and it's people having to borrow money to get gas to get to work.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: a lot of people don't work close to their home.
Right. Yeah.
You know, we're lucky. It's a 15-minute drive, so it's 30 minutes round trip.
Yep.
You know, my car doesn't get bad gas mileage, but, you know, it's 30 minutes round trip if you don't run into traffic. And I'm going to tell you what, I am very mad now when I get stuck at a light for more than one cycle because you're burning my gas.
Back in '88, I drove a 8-cylinder Chevy 25 miles one way out to Dexter to go work at a minimum wage job. You do that now, you go reversing money.
Yeah, quick.
It cost me $20 to go to work today.
I've seen they are starting to come down, but it's very little.
Did you see the legislation that got passed?
No.
They're trying to pass.
No.
That every car in the United States by 2026 has to get at least 40 miles to the gallon. Every car. No exceptions. Yeah, I want to see them pull that one off. That means no more pickup trucks, no more vans, no more SUVs. How the hell are they going to do that?
So there's only one real way that I could see them trying to go about doing that.
I'd love to hear it. There's not enough cars that get that kind of mileage to cover everybody.
No. The cars are going to be tissue paper.
Like they're not now?
More so. That's the only way to do it. You can only make an engine so efficient. The only way to make an engine more efficient is to make it lighter. And the only way to make the rest of the engine even more efficient is to make the rest of the car lighter.
Right, I understand the basic physics of it, but still.
I mean,
one engine gets 40 miles to a gallon even on a bicycle. Not many.
Maybe
that
one.
Little 4-cylinder of mine does it, but it doesn't even do it in the city. In the city, I'm only pulling like 35. So it'd have to do 5 miles better.
You think we're going to see more hybrids then?
That's what it seems like. That would line up with electric. Electric doesn't use any, so.
Yeah. Just make the full fucking switch.
Yeah.
Okay, so
they're going to push that electric car, and everybody's supposed to have one by 26.
There's another.
They're thinking.
There's another podcast that I listen to. It's Chicago to Damost. They were talking about it in their latest episode. I was actually listening to it today, and they were talking about electric vehicles and how you're going to get everybody to switch over, blah, blah, blah. I've been thinking about this for a little bit. I had this idea a few weeks back, honestly. You have Elon Musk, right? The father of the electric vehicle at this point. He is always talking about how he understands that the average American is not going to be able to shoulder the cost of gas and whatnot as the world sources deplete.
Right.
My logic is this, and maybe it makes too much sense and not enough dollars and cents. Well, I know it doesn't make any dollars and cents, but
there's the problem.
Elon Musk could theoretically offer a base model EV for a trade-in. Yeah. Give me your gas car
Well, look what FEMA did with all the trailers during the hurricane. They made all them trailers and was going to give them away, and then they end up being all goofed up. But anyway, they could do the same thing. Our government wastes so much money. They could give everybody a car if they really wanted.
Well, and like I said, base model.
Yeah.
Tesla is about $20,000.
Or do it through a tax relief thing. You know, here's $10,000 for an $8,000 car.
Take all those cars, drain the gas out of them, and scrap them. Scrap them, get the metal for it, put the metal somewhere else, you put the metal towards making new cars. I don't care.
If we had any kind of real public transportation, I could see pushing for something like that, but I mean 2026, that's not possible, and how hard are they going to push?
That's fair. Hudis said we need to improve our public transportation and focus on making those industries green. More people move for less carbon put into the air. That's sound.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing against electricity. It's not as efficient, and it's still, at this point, it's still be running by gas, diesel-powered power plants and all that. But if we could go more solar, yeah, but is carbon really a problem? I'm not sure it is. I think the Earth does its Earth cycle, and what we do matters very little.
Even still, if you look at the time period for what we've been on, okay, go back to before we had electricity in our houses like this, okay? How did we heat our homes?
Coal.
Okay.
Wood.
And then how long did we heat our homes by coal and wood, would you say? If you had to wager a guess, how many years?
Wood all the way back from cavemen.
Yeah. So,
well,
and then
when you take into consideration that a field full of cow releases more methane gas than a power plant,
what? Hold
carbon
on.
footprint means nothing to me.
No, I'm not talking about that. So you go from cavemen understand that you can heat with wood.
Right.
Man builds society, still heats with wood. They eventually find coal. They do a mix of wood and coal. Okay, we have progressed forward along time, and the wood and coal have been like the longest. But electric heat, gas heat, we started to move to different forms of energy. And there is hydroelectric power, there is nuclear power, there is they've been working on, I guess, fusion or fission, one of the two. We need to move away from resources that will eventually be depleted.
But all these things are only in place because of profit and greed. If we was truly trying to be a green planet and reduce carbon, like I said, I don't buy into all that. But if that's what we was really trying to do, everything be running on hydrogen engines.
See, I'm not even looking at it from a standpoint of reducing carbon. I'm looking at it from a logical standpoint. Eventually, those resources will run dry.
From a logical sense, we should have nothing but hydrogen engines. The only byproduct is water and oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
So that just doesn't make sense.
Well, there was once a car that ran on water.
Well, several, and GM buys up the patents and squashes them because it's all about the big business, big corporations, and the puppet politics. If we really gave a shit and really wanted to do something, we'd switch to hydrogen. It's water, H2O, a hydrogen and 2 oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
You burn up the hydrogen, you release the oxygen. And at the rate we're cutting down the trees on this planet, it might be a good idea to start pretty soon.
Well, mushrooms, hemp, and bamboo actually produce more oxygen and pull in more carbon than trees do.
Bamboo's the shit.
Yeah,
And
hemp.
hemp.
Mushrooms too.
Big oxygen producer.
Mycelium is like. Did I send it to you? No. I did. I sent it to you. And I sent it to Ann. I sent a documentary that I thought you would enjoy. And the only way to access it would have been through your email and whatnot. So
I probably haven't seen it.
But you can pull it up on the browser. I'll see if I can make it work the next time I'm there. Anyways, it's a documentary called Fantastic Fungi. And it is all about fungus and mushroom and mycelium and how they relate to our planet and the important role that they play in our daily lives.
The food chain.
In the food chain, even. Yeah. Like, the mycelium is like this vein network. It's a nervous system. All of the plants talk to each other. I know that's... the plants talk to each other, man. I swear they do.
I heard them. 69, dude.
Very much so.
69,
but they definitely talk to each other, and they're all like one major
symbiotic.
Yeah, they're one major organism essentially.
All of nature is symbiotic. All the way down to the microscopics, all the way up to the giant sequoias. They're all linked.
And I'm not gonna lie, this documentary is really fun to watch baked. Because it's a lot of pretty visuals and stuff too. Yeah. Yeah, like if you like completely black out your room, or like you wait until nighttime, turn out the lights and just sit and watch it, you'll learn and be so happy.
So take some shrooms before you watch the shrooms.
I just smoked. Damn it. Still trying to get over what I had. Like I said, I had walking pneumonia, and that sucks. I don't like phlegm. I don't like snot. I don't like lung butter.
Lung butter?
Lung butter. Yeah.
That's a good term right there, lung butter.
I referred to the brain the other day as think meat.
Think meat? It'd be actually think fat, but okay.
Well, think meat.
Think jello. Jello meat. Meat jello. Meat jello.
But yeah, rounding out what we were talking about, what we started with is Klarna and paying for gas and whatnot. Like,
that went full circle fast.
Well, no, we stayed on energy. We
kind of.
Yeah.
We didn't launch into Bigfoot, so that's a bonus.
Later.
Later.
I really think that, like I said, I don't even care about the carbon footprint or anything like that. I'm just tired of paying for gas. Do you know that it would take me $5 and 30 minutes? That's the only thing that I don't like, is that you'd have to just chill for 30 minutes to recharge my electric vehicle if I had one, versus the $30 and like 2 minutes maybe it takes to fill my tank that I'm gonna have to. No, I'd like it the other way.
Yeah. Like I said, it just doesn't make sense why everything isn't a hydrogen engine. You look at all the water; it's 70% water on the planet, and we're burning fossil fuels. Complaining about the carbon emissions.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
Like I said, I don't believe the carbon emissions. Like I like, part of me does, part of me doesn't. Whatever.
But that's what they push because they're going to tax it.
Yeah.
Here's a carbon tax. Your footprint's too big.
Yeah, the planet will take care of itself. The planet will do what the planet will do. Remember, we need it. It does not need us.
Yeah, it'll be here long after we're gone. I didn't touch it.
No, it's fine. I was reading something.
I saw everything go black again. I was like, I didn't touch it that time.
No, but we are going to go to our next break. If you're listening to the Fun Size episode, this is it for you, unless you join up for the Patreon. We do offer quite a bit for our Patreon. Like I said, you get all the episodes of Cultivad and the Old Odd Pod in their entirety, the full 3 hours. You get old episodes from Mad World Radio that I put up. Depending on what tier you're at, you get access to the interviews, both audio and video. You get coupon codes to use at Motor City Candleworks for either 10 or 15% off, depending on the level that you sign up for. All of it goes towards helping us make the show better.